Hey y'all, it's Lala Bunny, head trader at Bimbo Trading Academy. Welcome, welcome. Call this space the burrow because it's where the bunny hangs out. So I want to talk about, I'm going to restart. Hi, and welcome to the burrow. I'm Lala Bunny, head trader at Bimbo Trading Academy. I have my I Love Mondays shirt on today, and we're definitely here to talk about stocks, so let's get into it. I definitely don't look like someone on Wall Street, to say the least, bro. Hey y'all, welcome back to the burrow. It's the head trader in charge, Lala Bunny, from the Bimbo Trading Academy, and thank you for joining today. So I would like to talk about Keith Gill. He's also known as Roaring Hitty. People feel all types of way about this man, and I'm going to tell you that this man has changed my life. I'm a huge fan. If you go to like the community section of my page, I wrote a little essay about GameStop, how I believe in the movement, about the democratization of finance. And I believe that Keith Gill inspired some of these changes that we've seen. And as a retail trader, he just straight up is my hero. If anyone has anything negative to say about him, I automatically do not like that person. His live stream was hilarious. The one where he came out, he was all like messed up. Gotta redo that. Hey y'all, welcome back to the burrow. This is Lala Bunny, head trader at Bimbo Trading Academy. So I'd like to talk about how Keith Gill inspired me to be a trader. I'm sure you've heard of the man, the myth, the legend, Roaring Kitty. If you haven't, go follow him on X because his account is hilarious. I was not part of the GameStop saga the first time around. So when there was that squeeze and everyone was so excited during the pandemic and stuff was happening, I was not part of that. So I'm not an OG ape or anything, nor do I claim to be. So at that time in my life, I knew nothing about the stock market. I knew nothing about trading. And I think I heard like from the periphery something about GameStop, but that was just like a little blip on the news. I didn't know that it was a huge movement. And it wasn't until I got serious about my personal finances and started researching and started watching more movies and getting into the stock market that I came across the Dumb Money movie on Netflix, as well as Eat the Rich, the GameStop saga. And when I saw these films, I was super inspired and I did like a deep dive to find out as much as I could. I joined Reddit. I just wanted to be part of the movement and find out what it was all about. So I do own GameStop. And again, even though I missed that part, that was a super exciting time to be alive. And although I missed out on that, I did tune in for Keith's last live stream, and I thought it was hilarious. And I'm a big fan. So I even engage people on whether they are a fan of Roaring Kitty or not. It tells me a lot about them. And the reason why I'm a fan is because what Keith accomplished, he inspired a lot of people. And it's like not only did he make money for himself, but through his movement, other people got to make money. And some of these people are also non-traditional investors. And that's why they're calling it the democratization of finance, because it's like people who never were involved before are involved now. And that's mostly due to the internet. It makes the little guy feel more powerful because we can actually influence things that, passively we've always heard about. So like personally, I heard of stocks on the TV, I knew that Wall Street existed. I never thought it was something I could participate in to any extent. And so what Keith showed me was that one individual, first of all, can enrich themselves and help build a future, secure future for their friends and family if they believe in something. It showed the potential of the stock market. And it showed that you don't have to be a shitty person. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say that. That you don't have to enrich yourself by stepping on others, by trying to intimidate others, that you can inspire and uplift people around you. I see someone who is really intelligent and directed that intelligence towards something and accomplished something. It's like we're told that going after money is bad and that we should feel guilty about it. Maybe that's why we leave it up to those other people. And the image that I had of Wall Street was fueled by the media. And seeing a real person like Keith, who he's a runner and he seemed like a down-to-earth family guy, seeing him succeed was just so inspirational for so many people, and myself included. And some people have dealt with depression and some people are frustrated with their financial situation. So the fact that they were able to get so excited about this and join in to whatever capacity, whether it was $1 or more, I just think it's awesome. And something else I want to bring up was that, I don't know, man. Hi, welcome back to the burrow. This is Lala Bunny, head trader at Bimbo Trading Academy. The topic for today's video is the man, the myth, the legend, Keith Gill, aka Roaring Kitty. So Keith Gill changed my life because before him, I did not think the stock market was for someone like me. And during the time that the GameStop saga was going on, I had no investments. I was not in it. I didn't know about it. I heard about it like, if you were already in the trading community during that time, during the pandemic, just the stocks going crazy, like if you were in it, that was an exciting time. But for me, I wasn't in it. It was like, imagine this part of my brain is just a black hole when it comes to Wall Street trading. I had no information. So I had no clue what was going on. I vaguely heard about it. I was like, oh, that's cool. GameStop price went up. Like, okay, whatever. I didn't understand the magnitude of the movement. I did not understand. So it took probably that Netflix film, Dumb Money, for me to be exposed to Keith Gill. I knew who he was, but until I saw that movie, I didn't know the whole story. And then that's what caused me to deep dive and research more and more and more. And I watched also the GameStop, Eat the Rich, the GameStop saga. During this time, it was a time in my life when I was trying to get my finances in order. So I am turning 38 and I realized I don't really have a retirement saved whatsoever. So I realized I needed to get serious and start an emergency fund. And I've chosen to use my brokerage account as an emergency fund. Not every person would agree with that. A lot of people would say put it in a high yield savings account. Sure, that's good advice because you earn interest on that and it doesn't. There's no chance of it just going down. But for me, I've been using my brokerage account as an emergency savings, and it's helped me. I've reached numbers that it was hard for me to reach before. So another thing just to bring up is like I do have a credit card, and some people say don't invest until you're out of credit card debt. But I found that day might never come. So I decided to just start investing. Now what's in my investment account is more than enough to pay off my credit card if I wanted to. So my point of bringing this up is that you have to find your own way to organize your finances. There's a lot of advice out there, but you need to figure out what works for you. So I'm feeling so good and so confident in the fact that I've been able to build my brokerage account. And I always thought of Wall Street as a bad thing, especially with Occupy Wall Street. I thought everyone on Wall Street was evil, and I just thought it was bad. So when I saw Keith Gill, this funny dude, and like if you saw his live stream, like he's hilarious. When I saw him be able to take on Wall Street and succeed as just like as one man, as an individual. Like what he was able to accomplish, inspire a whole movement, make all that money. I was like, whoa. And he reminded me of people who I went to high school with. So he reminded me of like a regular dude. And the fact that he ran cross country, like I also ran, I ran track, not cross country. But I had a lot of friends who did. And something about him just resonated with me to the point where like he doesn't look like these other Wall Street dudes. He doesn't act like these other Wall Street dudes. And if you see a movie like Wolf of Wall Street, you think that Wall Street people are greedy and you think that they are um, sort of intimidating, that are trying to intimidate other people. Now, since I've since been in the trading world, I know that's not the case. I know there's so many types of people on Wall Street. I know there's many intelligent people. There's many people trying to do good in the community. There's many people just trying to provide for their families. So I would say my judgment was off. It was based on the media portrayal of people involved in the stock market. And again, it was seeing someone like Roaring Kitty who has a great sense of humor that really made it relatable suddenly to me. And he absolutely inspired me. I'm pretty sure I opened up my brokerage account soon after that. I got curious about Robinhood. I got curious about GameStop. And after that time, it was just my journey has been like, whoop, and I went from nothing. Like last year, like I know my first investment was $5. I want to talk about that. I invested $5. I got a free $5 credit from SoFi. I put $5 in Ethereum, and then I was like, I don't really know about this. I put it in Verizon. I was like, I don't really know about this. I found out about VOO. I put it in VOO, and that $5 sat there for a year. And when I opened up my account and looked at it, the app, it would turn into $6. I said to myself, okay, $5 turned into 6, and I didn't have to do anything. Okay, if that was $50, it would have been 60. If that was $500, it would have been 600. That was just in 1 year, so I could have made $100 that year. If I had been able to put $5,000 in there, it would have been 6,000. Okay, wow, I could have made $1,000 just by doing nothing, by investing, taking a risk, and letting the market do its thing. And then I realized that someone with $5 million and puts it in VOO could have $6 million. You could earn $1 million in 1 year by investing, and that was the power of the stock market. So as soon as I saw my $5 turn into 6, that's all it took for me to catch that bug. Now, I then discovered trading because long-term investing with what little money I had was not going to cut it. My account could not grow fast enough if I left it in long-term safe investments. It just could not. So in that very account, I did start day trading, and I remember cashing out $7. So I was able to take 5 and turn it to 6 and then to 7. And then I cashed out because I moved all my money. Most of it's in Robinhood because that's where I like to trade. That works best with my method. Okay, back to, let's see. Yeah, that's it. It's just that Keith Gill inspired me. He was a relatable character, like meaning his character from the film, but he's also just a character. I knew I had knowledge. Like I knew I understood finance. I knew I understood these terms. I never applied them. I never once tried to apply them. I did not think of it. I thought it was for bros. It's crazy. Again, it was like a dark part of my brain where the stock market just existed and I had no knowledge of it. Like, didn't know there was a trading community out there. Didn't understand what day trading was. Didn't even know the potential. And that's the thing about once you go down this rabbit hole, you just can't stop. Like, I can't stop, won't stop because I know how much money can be made in the markets. I have goals for myself. I have goals to help humanity, and I'm going to accomplish this through trading. So thank you, Keith Gill. If you ever see this, I'm sure you inspired so many people. I don't even think anyone understands. Like, he has kept some people going. I mean, he's absolutely inspirational. A lot of people deal with depression. A lot of people are frustrated with their finances. And the fact if GameStop, was able to enrich the lives of some people and it saved a good company, I think that's awesome. I think it's so awesome. As retail traders, we start to care about these companies, these stocks that we invest in. I don't take short positions. I only take long positions. I don't want to be responsible for a company failing. I don't want to be responsible for people losing their money. It's interesting. I feel invested in GameStop. I want it to succeed. It represents a lot to us. A lot of people have faith in that company and that stock. I wish they would issue a dividend to reward the people who are holding that stock. I'm super excited to see what GameStop will do in the new year. It's super fun and entertaining to follow Keith on Twitter and Ryan Cohen. It just has provided, I guess it helped me get through a difficult time in my life as well, and it got me excited about something. I was tuned into that live stream. I think it was over the summer. I'm not sure when it was, but I was like, okay, I was not part of this movement when it started, but now I love being a part of it. And the stock market represents so much potential for me that I might be able to grow my money in a significant way, and I'm really trying to master it. And it could change my life. It has already, not in the financial sense as much as mentally. It has shifted my mindset. I've been shifting my mindset over the past few years. And the stock market is somewhere where I could direct all this energy and all this new knowledge. And I think it's just awesome. The idea that it's a meritocracy, or did they say meritocratic? I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'll have to redo this.